Are you starting to feel like the mindsets and routines that have gotten you this far are now starting to hold you back, especially in feeling successful and fulfilled? Well, this month, I've been reading How Women Rise, and the authors shine a light on some of those subtle habits and beliefs that are quietly sabotaging our success as women. So today, I want us to look at those patterns through a mindset lens, because what we think and what we believe become what we live. First question, what are some of the beliefs that used to serve me are now no longer serving me and actually holding me back? I get variations of this question so often. Basically, what do I need to change in my mindset, right? It worked before, it's not working now. So there's really 3 points that I want to dig into that I found in this book that I feel unlock that. The first, we women especially tend to prioritize perfection and believe that everything has to be perfect and flawless before we can take a step further. I know I personally have been guilty of this. I remember battling for so long before pushing myself forward with so many things because I wanted to experience something, a bigger version of something, a more difficult or challenging version of something, maybe lead a bigger team, a more diverse team, a more experienced team. I just put in my head all these hurdles that I personally had to make sure that I was flawlessly able to execute before I could raise my hand and say, me, I'm the person that's right for next or for whatever. And that is so damaging. Another point that we women tend to do is we undervalue our achievements. We brush off applause and recognition, and we wear this cape of humbleness and maybe even question if that praise is authentic and sincere. It's okay to be recognized because you know what happens when you're gracious in your recognition and your achievement? You show others what's possible, and that's a really beautiful thing to share. Don't be afraid of being proud and recognized for anything you've accomplished. We women also deal with these limiting beliefs. I mean, I've literally heard coworkers, peers, I've heard them say, I'm not good at that. I'm not good enough for that. I'm not ready for that. I've even read in my own journals on my growth, I'm not enough. We're so damaging to ourselves in the way we talk to ourselves. Look at how you're encouraging a friend perhaps, right? If you want her to go for something, you're telling her, you can do this, you got this, yet we don't turn around and say that to ourselves. Why? I've dealt with this myself so much. And this is why I believe that journaling is so important, because you can go back and look and see really where some of these limiting beliefs and these stories are coming from. A lot of times, truthfully, they're coming from ourselves. So how do you begin to unlock that? Well, let's keep going through some of these other questions for this book. How can we begin to unlearn these damaging stories that we're telling ourselves? Well, I think the first, and the book really hits on this, is naming that story, naming that lie, naming that darkness. When you catch yourself saying, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, you've got to pinpoint that and then flip the script. We need to change how we word what we know we're not as strong at yet. Oh, I'm working on that. I'm becoming better at that. I'm teaching myself how to. When we change how we talk to ourselves and how we label things that we are insecure about, we begin to see truly how incredible and capable we are. And that's really powerful to truly shifting towards the version of ourselves we want to be. Third question, what mindset shift can I practice starting today that allows me to step into confidence without apology? This is so big. Like, I talk about us women wearing this cape of humbleness, almost to a detriment to ourselves. The first thing we need to do, and I hinted on this earlier, is we need to re-look at self-promotion and self-recognition as a service, right? When we share the achievements that we have accomplished, we allow others to see what's possible. And like I said, you're always being watched. And just because somebody may be a boss or maybe further along in a business than you, doesn't mean they can't still learn something from you. Don't worry about what others are going to think. Be proud of the little things that you've accomplished, and don't be afraid to be recognized for those. This is very different than bragging, being arrogant, self-promoting, putting everything out there. There is something to be said about taking your journey in private first, really doing something for yourself, keeping promises to yourself for something that you want to accomplish. You're not doing it to get that recognition. You're not doing that to get validation. You don't need recognition and validation from somebody else to be successful. I promise you, we feel like we need it, but we don't. You are enough in who you are. You can do this. So do it for yourself. Something to think about within this is that confidence is not something you have. It's something that you build through small daily habits and mindset intentions that help you get stronger at that. So keep that in mind. So thanks for joining me today. I'm Kristen, and I created the Saige Shift because I've been walking this journey myself. I'm working on evolving my mindset and reworking my routines with intention and trying to get rid of these damaging traps that really kept me small. For years, I've had these limiting beliefs of perfectionism and busy work as distraction from the bigger version of me that I knew I was meant to become. My journey of journaling, reflection, and daily intentional practices really helped me rise into the best version of myself that I kind of always envisioned and dreamed of. Someone who's confident, successful, and fulfilled. So at thesageshift.com, I shared with you the tools, the books, the journals that I personally have used and created on my own journey in hopes to help you begin your shift with intention also. Until next time, keep shifting, keep rising, and keep becoming.